Trump announced a series of tariffs against Mexico, Canada, and China, and it's all people are talking about. Let me be clear. I don't care if about tariffs.
We don't care.
I'm not sorry for that joke, guys. These tariffs will either be incredibly consequential and devastating to American economic life, or it's going to have such little effect we won't even notice it happened. Either way, I don't understand it at all.
Don't care, don't care, don't care.
I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your Dumpster Fire. Welcome to Dumpster Fire, where we make burgers out of your sacred cows. This week's sacred cow is tariffs. People just fucking love tariffs. Let me be clear. This is not an invitation to flood the comments with what tariffs are and how they work. I said I don't know how they work, and I intend to keep it that way. The question on everyone's mind, not mine or yours probably, but people who are paying attention, why would this administration want tariffs? The theory, as I understand it, is that we raise revenue to our treasury through tariffs and can lower income taxes, although according to Dumpster Fire richness advisor Carol Roth, that math ain't working out. So I'm not exactly sure what the point is. It may have also been performative so that Trump could negotiate a victory and MAGA could have a win, which, as we go to record, is exactly what happened. Mexico blinked, Trump has agreed to pause tariffs on Mexico, and Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau has said that tariffs are paused after a discussion with President Trump. Both Mexico and Canada have agreed to strengthen their borders because fentanyl. In exchange for a 30-day pause on the tariffs, I still don't understand what's going on.
We don't care.
But import taxes are still in place for China as far as we know. All I know is that by the time we're done recording, China may have declared war. I don't know what's going on, guys, but I do know that my nemesis Elon now has access to our Treasury Department payment system. This happened after Treasury's acting Deputy Secretary David LeBrick resigned after more than 30 years because he didn't want to give Elon access to sensitive treasury data. So he was very concerned and he found this deeply alarming. So Elon and his Doge organization, 6 young autistic whippersnappers, basically want to do a forensic audit to find out where the money is going, which, yeah, that's great. I would love to know where the money's going. None of us have any idea in America where the money's going. Allegedly for condoms.
$100 million on condoms to Hamas.
Damn!
But that's maybe not true. I'd like to know that too. But the whole thing is hilarious and terrifying. When you think of this series of events that unfolded to bring us to this point, it's pretty comical and you couldn't even write it. Elon threatened to take over Twitter and then he didn't want to take it over. An activist judge called his bluff, forced him to buy it, and then the left was like, ha ha. Then he took it over, opened up the Overton window, won Trump the election, and now he's sleeping on the floor of the Oval Office. It's the domino meme. Elon is forced to buy Twitter. Elon becomes president of the world. And so straightforward from here, I think Trump and Elon have a falling out. Elon locks Trump out of all the accounts, stages a coup. We find out he really does love Hitler, and that was a Nazi salute. My bad, guys. And you all thought he was just a nice guy who dances funny. But I was right all along, wasn't I? I was right to make him my nemesis back in 2019. Where are my accolades, people? Speaking of my nemesis, Elon Musk. Elon is my nemesis. He's my nemesis for all of these reasons. Elon's leaving my nemesis, and then I will be free of my nemesis. Elon, I only have one question for you. Are you that fucking cool? This is why he's my nemesis, though, because he's unstoppable. I'll show you I'm a bigger person, Elon, even though you have no idea who I am or why you're my nemesis. Honestly, all jokes aside, the frustrating thing is that nothing matters. If Elon had been on Team Left, the right would be pitching a fit over the fact that a foreign national billionaire has access to all of our information, and the left would be defending it. First he was my nemesis, and now he's everyone's nemesis, except for the stands. Everyone's strong, passionate opinions are based on their club. There are like 2 people left in politics who are like, no, these are my beliefs no matter who is in office. And it's Fetterman and Amash. I don't think there's anyone else, truly. Like on the right, they're like, did you see him tell Disney to go fuck themselves? Let's give them our social security numbers. And I know, you guys in the comments are going to be like, he doesn't have access to everybody's social security numbers. Allegedly, it's Medicare, Medicaid, anyone who's received social security and taken a COVID test somehow. I think somewhere I read that it has something to do with COVID tests, which is literally everyone. Who cares if he has our social security numbers? Because doesn't everyone in the world already have them? I literally get an email every day that some medical association with all of my information has been hacked, or some credit card association. My information is just out there on the dark web. For all I know, there are several Bridgets out there living their best lives. Honestly, I'm of 2 minds about this. On the one hand, Elon is my nemesis, and it's terrifying. And on the other, I've only made money since Elon took over Twitter. So I'm hoping to see the same thing happen with America. It's a little bit like America got into a self-driving Tesla, and we're just waiting for it to blow up in our faces, but it might get us safely to our next destination.
Oh, no. Stop. Let me out.
The American dream isn't dead, you guys. It's just a nightmare that we may or may not wake up from. Stick around, I have more to say about this and so many other things. Before our next segment, though, don't forget to like, subscribe, touch my bells and buttons, tell your friends about us. I feel like I'm doing some like weird hulaing. Please help us reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Maybe if I dance like an autistic genius, people will be like, yeah, man, let's give her our money.
Let's click that button.
Let's give her our financial information. You have to stick around through the ad to see the weather report, guys. Sorry, them's the rules, and I absolutely make them. Have you heard about senolytics yet? It's a class of ingredients discovered less than 10 years ago, and they're being called the biggest discovery of our time for promoting healthy aging and enhancing your physical prime. As we age, everyone accumulates senescent cells in their body. Senescent cells cause symptoms of aging such as aches and discomfort, slow workout recovery, sluggish mental and physical energy associated with that middle age feeling, my condition. Also known as zombie cells. They're old and worn out and not serving a useful function for our health anymore. Think of senolytics as pruning the yellowing and dead leaves off a plant. They remove those worn out senescent cells to allow for the rest of them to thrive in the body. I am so excited to be partnered with Qualia. I still haven't taken my 2nd dose of the senolytics yet, but I have tried Qualia Mind, and as you can see, I am sharp as a tack, and the energy shot, which I took before a Peloton ride the other night, and I was on fire. I just like all of their products. Resist aging at the cellular level by trying Qualia Senolytic and all their other products. Go to qualialife.com/dumpster for up to 50% off and use the code dumpster at checkout for an additional 15% off. That's QUALIA life.com/dumpster for an extra 15% off your purchase. Now let's check the weather with Scarlett Salazar.
Fuertes hacia la península de Yucatán, allá en Mérida hay que tener mucha atención en la zona costera. Mientras aquí en La Perla Tapatía estamos a 25 grados, son las 12 del día con 30 minutos.
Caliente! Scarlett! We have a potential trade war looming and a mercurial billionaire taking over our country. Luckily for us, the Democrats are regrouping. They've come to their senses. They've learned some important lessons and are offering sane pushback and viable alternatives heading into 2028. Let's check in on the DNC officer candidate elections.
Our rules specify that when we have a gender non-binary candidate or officer, the non-binary individual is counted as neither male nor female, and the remaining 6 offices must be gender balanced.
Oh, I see. You're still doing that, huh? We're still running with that? Okay, well.
Ko betsish kliji bekeya. Na kosten will yehegi a ba a here that needs in. The Democratic National Committee wishes to acknowledge that we gather together to state our values on lands that have been stewarded through many centuries by the ancestors and the descendants of tribal nations.
A land acknowledgement. All right, that seems to really resonate with people. I'm most impressed that the sign language interpreter knew whatever language that was.
Hello, Democrats. Hey, I am speaking, and I would love your attention. There is a black woman at this podium, and I deserve your attention like the 11 people who went before me. Yes, I am speaking.
Let me talk. I am talking.
We're at a time where black and brown people, women, and other minorities are being blamed for everything that's wrong with this country.
So let's fight together for a stronger and more inclusive Democratic Party.
And you'll never guess who they wound up electing. Two basic bitch white boys. Ken Martin and David Hogg. To be fair, these are the two most masculine men in the Democratic Party. But it is the most Democrat thing to do. Give a bunch of lip service to diversity, equity, and inclusion, sexuality, gender, race, ableism, and then elect two soy boys. I'm not sorry for using that term. It's appropriate here. Don't you get it, guys? White dudes are the municipal bonds of people. They're the safe bet after you've squandered all your money on meme coins. I don't know why I thought the Democrats would regroup and learn and try and present a sane alternative to the right. And now it's just...
Right. They're just leaning hard into the same shit that got them there to where they are. Have we learned nothing? Apparently
Clearly
not. I don't know why. Yeah, it's like, I don't know why this is surprising, but it's still surprising.
And now it's going to be 4 years of hysteria over some things that we probably should be hysterical over and other things that we shouldn't be, but no one's going to be able to discern what's true and what's not true because they're just hysterical about everything. If you run around screaming all the time, no one's going to take you seriously when you're actually screaming for a real reason. Why don't you learn this lesson, Democrats? You are the boy who cried Nazi for like 8 years. And now you're still crying Nazi, and everyone's going, whatever, and you might be running cover for actual Nazis. We won't know until it's too late, and it's your fault, Democrats. It's your fault. Listen to me, the screaming woman, trying to tell you. I don't know. I mean, honestly, people are like, this is not what I voted for. I'm like, this is exactly what I voted for. No, not all of the changes that they make that I agree with, mostly just watching the left lose their mind. All right, guys, this was fun. If you love Dumpster Fire, the best thing you can do is become a supporter of Phetasy.com. We keep seeing lots of you joining, and we love you. It truly keeps our lights on. It keeps us independent, and it keeps us really motivated. You get the unedited version of this Dumpster Fire, and we leave a lot of inappropriate things on the cutting room floor. And you also get access to everything else that we're doing, and it's a lot. Factory Settings is dropping this week, the podcast with my husband behind the paywall. And so you're going to have to subscribe for that. Sorry, we talk about Brian Johnson and life, and it's really cool. Join us right here on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time for a new Dumpster Fire. We do a live chat, which is always hilarious. You guys are brilliant and funny. We moved Walk-Ins Welcome off this YouTube channel, so please, everyone, run over after this and go subscribe to our new YouTube channel, Walk-Ins Welcome with Bridget Phetasy. There's a link in the description to make it very easy for you. And we have Curtis Yarvin on the podcast this week, which will be a fun one. Thank you to everyone who helps make Dumpster Fire possible. Thank you to Qualia for sponsoring today's episode. Please support the people who support us. And thank you to our audience, subscribers, supporters. You guys, we love you. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Bridget.
And thank you, Elon Musk, for all of this content. And now to cleanse your palate, the internet is glorious.
Anybody who comes at us, know that we come back at you twice as hard.
That's right. You want us to come hard? You got us to come hard.
So seriously,
I come hard in my sleep.
All right. Wayman,
I will on you.
Scram! Leave her alone. She doesn't want to talk to you.
Remember, guys, life is absurd. It's getting crazier. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Take the work seriously. Don't take yourself seriously. This has been your Dumpster Fire. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich so we can do this even more often. Guys, seriously, sign up. If you become members, we can do this like 5 times a day, which is my dream. Maggie's nightmare. See, we reflect America.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns, world burns.